Hey guys, Jason here, Samco Workshop. Today we're just going to do a quick little video here to talk about knock it off. Okay, knock off. Stop defending Toyota on this, all right? I put out, I don't know, God, it's got to be about 8 videos on the Tundra stuff, a video on the Tacoma stuff, a video on how Ford's doing crate motors now. I'll link all these here at the end for you and down below so you can see them. But in every comment, there's people defending Toyota on this situation, and none of them own a Toyota. Okay, they're the first one to say, well, let's just wait and see what Toyota does. Let's see how Toyota handles this. Toyota hasn't announced what they're going to do yet. We don't know what Toyota's up to, so let's not judge them yet. Why does somebody buy a new truck? Why does somebody spend $70,000, $80,000 on a new Tundra? Why does somebody spend $50,000 on a new Tacoma? Because they want it to work. They bought it because it's Toyota reliability. They bought it because they thought they could buy it and use it for many, many years trouble-free. All of a sudden, these Tundras are going down. They're breaking like crazy, okay? Motors are blowing on them. People are like, they're like, well, let's see what Toyota does. What did Toyota do? They have done nothing. They gave them a short block, and people are like, well, they don't know how to fix it yet. Well, they gave them a short block. They gave them a short block, so apparently they tried somehow to fix it. Why wouldn't they give them a crate motor? Why wouldn't they give them a crate motor and an extended warranty right there to ease their minds? Why wouldn't they handle this right there? Instead, these Tundra owners got to lose their vehicle for 60 days. It's gone for 30 to 60 days while the dealers mess with it. Their parts laying all over the place on their $75,000 truck that's now going to be put back together by a tech that can't do it right in an environment where no tech could do it cleanly. Don't defend Toyota on this. If you owned one, if this was your truck that you just spent 70 grand on, turned the key, pushed the button, whatever you did, got in it, drove, went down the road, oh, this feels so good, and you're done. It's dead right there. 100 miles on it, 200 miles on it, 2,000 miles on it, and now your truck is a dead paperweight. You don't get it for months. And then when you get it, when you find out, all they're doing is they're ripping the motor out, they're spreading your motor over like 13 tables and across the floor. They're doing all this crap to it. They're waiting for parts. In the meantime, dust and crap is gathering on it. And then you got 3 techs trying to put it back together. And Toyota owners or techs have never worked on a motor this complicated before in their entire life. They have no idea what's going on. And somehow they're supposed to put it back together, and they can't. They can't. They put it back together, and then they drive it. The guy drives it, and then 8,000 miles later, boom, it blows up again. Same thing happens. Gone for another month or two. Well, Toyota says, we'll give you another short block. And then they get that one done, and they do that. And then guess what? 25,000 miles down the road, boom, it blows again, and it's over. You think this is acceptable? You think this is okay? You think this is all right to have it happen? The Tacomas with the manuals, yeah, there's not a lot of them yet, but there's not a lot of these trucks out there. Most of the Tacomas have only got like 5,000 miles on them that are out there. The Tundras this problem is just starting to really show its face. Why? Because they're getting miles on them. Does this mean that the Tacoma may not have a problem? I sure hope it doesn't. Hopefully Toyota caught this in time and does something about it so that these manual, and they do things. I mean, we already know that the automatic trans is super weak. We know that the manual trans is super weak. We know that they tune down the motors in both of them to try to make it so that you don't blow the transmission out of it. We know the games that Toyota is playing right now, and yet you people still defend them. You're still like, it's Toyota. Stop it. Call it out where it is. What do you think we're making these videos for? We're not making them just to make them. We're not here insulting people. We're trying to make them so that Toyota knows that they're doing customers wrong and they need to stop it. Ford's stepping up to the plate with motor recalls. Chevy steps up with motor recalls. Both of them are doing crate motors. What is Toyota doing? Nothing. They've known about this for 2.5 years. And there is no solution on the table, and they just now did a recall, and they did it backwards because they did it as a safety recall because they don't want to take the hybrids off the road. By making it a safety recall, they can put a stop sale on the non-hybrid ones because the hybrid ones can still drive till they got to stop. It's the only reason they're not in a recall. They'll probably be expanded later. It's this Toyota game, and you guys are defending it. Start sticking up for the customer. Start sticking up for the person who spent 70 grand on them, rather than sit there and go, I would have never bought a Tacoma. You're an idiot for buying a Tundra. You know, ha. What's that do? What if it was your truck? That's the question I'm asking you. What if it was your brand new $75,000 truck? How would you be feeling? Would you still stand by and go, well, you know, it's okay if I don't have my truck for 2 months. It's all right. Doesn't bother me. We'll see what Toyota does. You know, because it's Toyota. We'll see what they do. They'll take care of it. Is that how you think you're going to really feel? Seriously. This is serious stuff, and Toyota needs to know this. Stop defending them, start getting on the bandwagon and letting them know that they're screwing up and screwing people over, and imagine what it would be like if it was your truck that this happened to. Unacceptable. You think these Tundra owners are okay with this? You really think they're sitting back and saying, well, let's just see what Toyota does? No, they're doing everything they can to dump them like crazy, to the point where dealers won't even take them anymore. How sad is that? Not only did they rip these owners off, charge them markups on top of that stuff when they bought these things in 2022 and 2023, now they're like, hey, look, I don't trust this truck, and I don't like the way Toyota's handling it. I want to get something different. And they're even going to a Toyota dealer and saying, I want to trade this in on something different, like a new 4Runner. Okay, the proven 4Runner. They're like, I want to do that. And Toyota dealer's like, no, you know what? We can't do that. We'll take it, but it's gonna cost you. You're gonna lose 15 grand. You're gonna lose 20 grand in a deal because we're gonna have to sit on this for a while. Okay, if you are a Toyota owner, a Tundra owner right now, you are stuck between a rock and a hard place, and nothing is getting done for you, and the dealerships are turning their backs. The corporation and company and manufacturer is turning their backs, and nobody is there in your corner. That's what we're here for. That's what these YouTube videos are here for. And then we still got some out there, some channels that are like, oh, the sky is falling, ripping on these channels that are talking. Of course the sky is falling. If you're a Toyota owner right now, the sky is falling. If you own a Tundra, the sky has fallen. Okay, you're freaking out. You're worried. Like I said, you just spent $750,000 on a vehicle that you expected to last you for a long time, but it is now a paperweight, or it is a ticking time bomb. What if you're ready to go on vacation? What if you live up in Michigan and you're ready to take a vacation and go down to Florida with your family? Do you trust your truck to do it? Do you trust it's going to make 2,500-mile trip like that and not blow up? What happened if it blows up in Florida? How do you get home? How do you get your family home? How do you get your truck back home? These are things running through people's heads all the time because they have a unreliable vehicle with no fix in sight and a manufacturer that does not stand behind them. Unacceptable. Stop defending Toyota on this. The number one reason that people buy Toyota is because of the proven reputation and reliability that they used to carry. It's the number one reason. It's also the number one reason I am out here in this. Some people are going to be like, you're going to be dead out there. You're going to be stuck. It's never going to get you where you got to go. You're going to be stranded. Oh, we're going to hear all these comments in there. I could buy any truck I wanted to, and yet this is the one I chose to buy for out here, where I am by myself in remote places all the time, and I chose this one on purpose. Why? Because I trust it. Okay, I trust what it does. I trust the capability. I trust the reliability. I trust everything about it. These Tundra owners, same thing. Whether they're using it to pull a boat, they're using it as a family vehicle to haul their family around. You think they want to be cruising down the road and worried about the fact that they could be going 75 with 2 car seats in the back end with kids back there and their wife next to them, and all of a sudden this thing can lock up and skid and go down and have a problem? No, they don't want to deal with that at all. And now that they got a recall on these trucks, so what are they going to do? They're going to park it? We knew about this a month ago, and they're telling them, well, by the end of July, we'll contact you. So we're talking all of June and all of July that you just spent 75 grand on a new truck, and it has to sit there dead in the water, and they don't know what they're going to do, and they're going to let you know, and then it's going to be a couple of months before you can get anything done there. You think that's acceptable? You think that's acceptable from a manufacturer on a $75,000 truck? What about the Tacoma with the manual trans, okay? Granted, there's not a ton of them going down, but they're going down. Some of them are going down with only like 50 miles on them or 200 miles on them, and they're going down. And guess what Toyota's telling them, okay? I know it's par for the course, but they're telling them, you know what? We know what it is, and we can fix it for you, but the part's on back order, and it might be a few months before it gets here. So in the meantime, you spent $50,000 on a brand new truck, and you drove it for 1 week, and now it's dead in the water, and it's not going to be moved for 3 frickin' months. You're going to wait on it for 3 months to get this thing fixed. You think that sits well? If it was you, would it sit well as you sit here and type, let's just trust Toyota. Let's see what Toyota does. Let's give Toyota the benefit of the doubt. Let's see if they do a crate motor. Let's see. They've done nothing. They've done nothing. They're screwing up bad, and people are suffering for it, and it's unacceptable. And stop standing by Toyota on this. Tell them the truth. Let them get it done. And remember in the back of your mind before you go type in some stupid comment that if this was your truck, where would you be?